Introducing now the starting lineup for the Bulldogs. At running back, number 3, Valiz.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to high school football on gumstreetstudio.com and also online through the Colorado Preps Network. We are live tonight from Adams 12 5-Star Stadium here in Westminster, Colorado. It's senior night at Cornerstone Christian Academy as they welcome in these Yuma Indians. So on a college football night, appreciate you tuning in with us for high school football on a rare Saturday night here. A beautiful setting for football as the Yuma Indians come in. A couple of struggling teams here hoping for a win tonight. The Indians come in with a 2-5 overall mark, 1-4 in league play, and Cornerstone Christian 0-4 in league play right now with a 1-6 overall mark. So obviously both teams itching for a win here tonight. Two very young teams. Cornerstone, the only team I've found this year that's younger than the Yuma Indians, with just 4 seniors on their team. Yuma with 6 seniors, so two of the youngest teams you'll find in Class 1A football right here on the field tonight, and both are obviously hungry for a win here. Yuma Indians coming off of a disappointing loss to Wiggins and trying to kind of right the ship, if you will, here against the Bulldogs. We're going to step aside for a moment. Stick with us here on gumstreetstudio.com.
Lord, would you bless this game and all those who both watch it and participate in it. May the players play hard, the coaches coach strong, may injuries be limited, and most of all, may good sportsmanship rule the evening as a testimony to how a competitive game is played that honors you. For it is in the name of Jesus that we pray. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise now and join in singing our national anthem played by the United States Military Academy Band.
Well, welcome back to Adams 12 District Stadium. This is a facility that hosts several area high schools, and Cornerstone Christian Academy is one of them. Obviously, that's the reason why the Saturday night kickoff, as several different home teams had to get games in this weekend, starting Thursday night and continuing Friday night and throughout today. And just before, actually, as our Yuma Indian team got here, it was in the second quarter of a junior high game here at Adams 12 Stadium. So kind of a cool atmosphere here. Lots of fans here to check out the Bulldogs and the Yuma Indians. Cornerstone Christian won the toss, and they will elect to receive. And back deep for the Bulldogs, Nick Lubin. And looks like Jacob Baca back there with him. Kicking for the Indians will be the sophomore Rolly Cardona. Cardona puts a foot to it, and we are underway here in Westminster. Lubin feels the kick, and he's got a little bit of a lane. Lubin running at the 30, then hit hard and brought down by number 34, the freshman Slade Pletcher for the Yuma Indians. And Slade, as a youngster, really making a name for himself, particularly on special teams here. And now the Bulldogs line up offensively here behind their senior quarterback, Evan Ice. Ice in the pistol formation. Check that. Rubel is in at quarterback, and the handoff will be to the back and stop for no gain on the play. Good job defensively there by the Indians. That was Baca on the carry. Nathaniel Rubel, one of the quarterbacks on this roster, the junior, listed at 6 foot 152. And on the quarterback front, a change for the Yuma Indians. And we'll get to more on this later, but Jaden Koenig not playing tonight. Trace Whitehead steps in his place. Pistol formation. Here's a throw into the flat, and it's going to be incomplete. Good coverage out there by Blake Sewell as Rubel hit his target. Looked like 81 Lubin out there. Lubin couldn't hold on. And beg your pardon, that was a sophomore, Michael Durrill, the intended receiver. 3rd down and a long 9 coming up now for the Bulldogs. Jaden Koenig, because of an injury, not playing at all tonight, so the Indians will miss him both offensively and defensively. He's really an important piece for this Yuma team. Shotgun snap here on 3rd down and long to Baca. He's going to be hit in the backfield. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage, and they're going to mark him down at the 30. A loss of 2 on the play. 4th down and 11. And the Bulldogs, nothing doing here against this Yuma defense on their first possession. No substitutions at all here on 4th and 11. We'll see if the Bulldogs do indeed want to punt it away. And now Jonathan Lemelin, a junior wide receiver, does check into the game, and the Bulldogs will at least line up perhaps to go for it here in a pistol formation. Now Yuma scrambling defensively to line up. And the Bulldogs will go for it. Here's Rubel, back to pass, has some time now, throws, and it's going to be intercepted, caught by Justin Koenig, fighting his way out across the 35 to about the 33-yard line where he's forced out of bounds, and the junior linebacker Koenig has interceptions in consecutive games for the Yuma Indians. He picked off a pass in the end zone last week against Wiggins, and a big play there gives the Indians outstanding field position. 1st and 10 from the Bulldog 33-yard line, and will welcome the sophomore quarterback, Trace Whitehead. Trace has played sparingly in mop-up duty, if you will, for the Yuma Indians, but now he'll get the call to start this game, a first career start for the youngster. Whitehead takes a snap, turn, give to Monty Valiz, and he's stopped for no gain. Good penetration up front there for the Bulldog defense. No question the best friend of such a young quarterback would be a running game. And so it certainly behooved the Indians to be able to run the football here tonight. I'm sure Trace Whitehead is thinking along those same lines. Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11. Valiz stays in the game behind Whitehead. Connor Block goes in motion, and Block will get the ball. Connor trying to get the edge, now cuts upfield. He's got good yardage inside the 30, inside the 25, and finally brought down close to the 1st down marker. And a nice play there by Connor Block on the sweep fly motion, if you will. Officials will look at it, and they're going to have to stop play to measure this one. It's right at the marker at the 23-yard line. Looked like perhaps Connor Block had the edge, but he put his foot in the ground and turned upfield, and he does indeed have enough for a 1st down. So move the chains. The Indians have it at the 23. 1st down and 10. Scoreless here in Westminster with 9:10 to play here in the first quarter. Now here's Monty Valiz on the sweep to the left side, and Monty's out across the 20. Good gain on 1st down before he's chased down by Brandon Black. The strong safety coming up in run support there to make the stop for the Bulldogs. A 2nd down and 7 after the gain by Valiz. Whitehead in the pistol formation. That's Justin Koenig, the fullback, lining up behind the guard. Now Whitehead's first throw is going to be picked off. Baca has it, and Baca returns this out across the 25. So Whitehead trying to squeeze one in there on the slant, and it just was not available as the Bulldogs were sitting back in coverage, and Whitehead has a turnover for the Indians. He'll head right over the sideline. The coaches will grab him. Trey's a kid with a lot of upside, but just has to learn when the throw just isn't there and when to take that kind of risk. The Bulldogs take over, first down 10. Each first drive ended in an interception. And now Nathaniel Rubel and the Bulldogs in a 4-wide receiver set. Rubel takes a snap, looking to the edge, and this is going to be well overthrown. Intended for Ice. One of the seniors on this team, Hayden Holtorf, out there in coverage for the Indians, but that ball really never had a chance. Second down and 10 for Cornerstone Christian. The game of the year so far in the North Central League was last night as Wiggins outlasted Holyoke by a point, putting the Tigers in good position here as we head towards the playoff race. Second down and 10. Rubel will keep it. He's got good room here. Rubel out across the 30, gets the corner. Look out, Rubel running at the 40, the 50, into Yuma territory, and finally drug out of bounds. Blake Sewell finally tracked him down, but not before Rubel is all the way out to the Yuma 35-yard line as he broke containment on the right side of that Yuma defense. And a big play there, flipping the field. First down and 10 for Cornerstone, and their first snap here in Yuma territory. After a couple of early turnovers, it looked like this might be a defensive struggle here tonight. Still might be the case, but now Cornerstone putting together a drive. Pistol formation once again, 4 wide receivers. Rubel, same play. He'll keep it himself this time, tuck it between the tackles, and a nice play there by Justin Koenig, who intercepted Rubel on the first drive, and that time sticks him at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a half yard there for the quarterback is all. And second down and 9 coming up. It's hard to know how this Yuma team will look a year from now, but Justin Koenig will be back, and I know that that is a very good thing for the Yuma Indians. He shows great instincts as an inside linebacker. Second down and long. Rubel takes a snap, straight drop, looking downfield. Now he tucks. Now he throws late. Has a man in single coverage out there and through the hands of his receiver. Intended for Michael Durrill, who was open, just had a step on, I believe that's Holtorf out there on the far side, and went through his hands. So a pretty good throw there by Rubel. And actually, I'll correct myself. It's Evan Ice now in at quarterback. Ice, who I thought would start the game, so Ice made the throw. He probably made the long run too. Ice, the senior, takes the snap, fakes the handoff, now trying to get to the outside. Koenig giving chase. Hess missed the tackle, and Ice is going to have good yardage out across the 30, but it will bring up fourth down and a little less than 5 now for the Bulldogs. Rolly Cardona was the man that finally chased him out of bounds. And no doubt here the Bulldogs will go for it on 4th and 4. They went for a 4th and 11 deep in their own territory, so this more obvious 4-down situation here for the Bulldogs. Yuma lines up defensively, and they will look at an empty backfield here. 5 wide receivers for Ice. Quarterback draw very much in play at this point. Ice takes the snap, and it is a draw, design run all the way, and he's going to be stopped short of the marker. The defense holds for the Yuma Indians, and this will be a turnover on downs. Yuma dodges a bullet and will get the ball back. Gutsy call there from this coaching staff as they went 5 wide receivers, emptied the backfield, and let Evan Ice go, but good pressure up front from the Yuma defense. Really got a push on the inside. So Whitehead comes back out for the Indians, and he will be under center now. First down and 10, the line of scrimmage, the 26-yard line. Trace will turn, give to Monty Valiz. Monty cuts upfield, and good yardage for the senior Valiz. He's going to have a first down for the Indians out near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him just inside the 39. And that's what the Indians need here tonight is a dependable running game for Trace Whitehead. Not put Trace in obvious throwing situations, but maybe get him out on the edge on the bootleg and play action. Whitehead under center again. They'll give it to Valiz, and he's going to be stacked up in the backfield. A couple of blocks may have been missed there as Monty is wrapped up and hit hard. And Baca in on the stop there, the junior linebacker for the Bulldogs. That'll bring up 2nd down and 11. Inside 6 minutes to play here, scoreless in the first quarter. We're in Westminster, Colorado. I think I could probably hit a 3-wood to the interstate from here, right off I-25, a beautiful facility. Pistol formation now, Koenig in the backfield as well. Whitehead has tons of time. Now he'll throw looking for Sewell, and Sewell mistimed his jump there, and it's batted down. Good job defensively by the safety, Brandon Black, on the play, and Sewell, it's kind of a jump ball. The ball was definitely thrown behind him, had a chance at it, and it looked to me like maybe just jumped a little bit early. The incompletion will make it 3rd down and 11 for Yuma. Sewell split wide to the near side here. Same formation. Whitehead takes the snap, has to hurry it, throws, and it's going to be intercepted again. And a good return up the sideline. Looks like, couldn't tell who that was out there for the Bulldogs, but Whitehead unfortunately throws his 2nd interception of the game on 3rd and long, and the Bulldogs will take over, trying to fit it in there to Connor Block on the slant. And Cornerstone will take over, 1st down and 10 from the 35. Ice in at quarterback. And he'll fire it looking for, actually that's Ice, the receiver, and a flag comes in. Looked like pretty good coverage out there to me as Cardona was running with Evan Ice. Ice and Rubel are switching places on me here. Rubel throwing the pass that time, and I'm not so sure on the flag there. Looked like Rolly Cardona just kind of running with Ice. If anything, their feet just get kind of tangled up incidentally there. So, I don't know. That happened a long way from the Yuma sideline, but the coaches can't be too excited about that call there. And it'll move the Bulldogs deeper in Yuma territory now into the red zone. 1st and 10 from just inside the 20-yard line. And that'll be the senior Ice in at quarterback. Pistol formation. Ice takes the snap. Fakes to the halfback. Now taking himself. Indians were there defensively. Ice got away from the initial wave of defenders and turns it upfield for a gain of almost 5 yards. Good play there by the senior quarterback. Todd Fresquez makes a stop for Yuma, but 2nd down and 6 now, deep in Indian territory. Yuma unable to stay on the field offensively, and most of this first quarter has been Yuma's defense chasing Ice around the field here as the Bulldog quarterback is doing most of his work on the ground. Ice stays in the backfield. Baca behind him. And the give is to Baca that time. He's going to be ridden down. Good play there by Harrison Gillespie, who came in and made the stop. Loss on the play. It'll be a 3rd down and 7. Chase Murphy also there for the Yuma Indians. And they'll mark him clear back at about the 17-yard line, so we'll call it 3rd and a long 7 or maybe even 8 yards here for the Bulldogs. Pistol formation. 4 wide receivers, trips to the top of your screen there. Rubels takes the snap, looking for Ice in the corner, one-on-one with Cardona, and Rolly, great defense there as Rolly was stride for stride with Evan Ice and knocks it away. 4th down and 7. That was a terrific job by the sophomore cornerback, Rolly Cardona. The coaches have talked about Rolly's ability to run. He can run with any receiver. It's just refining his instincts, if you will, when the ball arrives. And there you saw a much better job of Cardona getting a hand in the way. Rubel stays in at quarterback. Ice in the slot on the left side of the formation. 4th down and 8. Rubel takes the snap under pressure. He's going to run it, and he'll be stopped. Another turnover for this Yuma defense. Another turnover on downs. And a weird start to this game. The Indians have turned it over twice on interceptions. Cornerstone with 3 possessions was interception and then twice on downs. So literally 5 turnovers in the first quarter here between these two teams. Were scoreless with 3:40 to play. Both these teams fighting to stay out of the basement in the North Central League. Whitehead takes the snap, then turns, gives to Monty Valiz, and Monty has room on the left side. Monty's still running at the 40 to midfield. It's a foot race. Valiz at the 40, the 30, 25-20, caught from behind, dragging a defender, still on his feet, all the way down to the 2-yard line is where the senior Valiz will finally be marked down, and what a play. And the first one down there to give him a high five, guess who? The quarterback, Trace Whitehead, who loved to see that run off the right side. First down and goal for the Indians. That's a big-time play for the senior running back when the Indians needed a play in a bad way there. And Monty will stay in the game and line up as the lone setback. Whitehead under center. Can't imagine anything but turning, giving to number 2. And Whitehead actually will sneak. And he got good push up front there. And there's the indication. It's a touchdown. Trace Whitehead on the quarterback keeper, the smallest guy on the field, squeezes in for 6. And the Indians take the lead here over the Bulldogs with an extra point pending. And it'll be Jaden Hess, a sophomore, out to try the extra point. Whitehead holds. Here's the snap. The kick is up and looks good from our angle. It is right down the middle. Jaden Hess gives the Indians a 7-0 lead. So 7-0 Indians. We'll take a quick timeout and be back here on GumStreetStudio.com. Welcome back. Unofficially, a gain of 83 yards on the carry for Monty Valiz. You don't see a lot of 83-yard runs that don't score, but Monty was chased down right before the goal line, and he set up a Trace Whitehead touchdown, and the Indians lead it 7-0. So a good play there for Yuma. Here's Cardona's kick, a short one caught by Baca at the 15. Baca with blockers in front of him, and now look out. He'll have to beat Rolly Cardona. Cardona, probably the fastest kid on the Yuma team, is able to chase him out of bounds. But Baca has the Bulldogs with pretty good starting field position here on the Yuma side of the 50. They'll mark it right at the 48-yard line. Yuma's kick coverage unit hasn't been great at all this year, but it is great to have Rolly Cardona as your last line of defense because that young man can run, and I don't really see anybody who beat him in a foot race down the field. Robles, the quarterback. He looks to throw, fires, and incomplete. I believe that ball hit the ground, waiting for an indication. There it is, incomplete, intended for Michael Durrell, the sophomore wideout, who they've targeted several times there, and I don't believe has come up with the catch yet. Now Durrell will come off the field, and Bulldogs only have 10 guys out there, and now another receiver will check in here. Same 4 wide receiver set Rubel and Baca in the backfield. He'll turn, give to the running back, and he's stopped. Just nothing there at all. So apart from the long run from the quarterback Ice earlier, this Bulldog running game really being shut out here by the Yuma defense, and it'll be 3rd down and about 13 here for Cornerstone. We'll call it 3rd and 12 after they mark it for a loss of 2. Pistol formation once again. Nathaniel Rubel, the junior quarterback. Taking his time now, takes a chest-high snap, back to throw. Has time, fires, pass is going to be caught. And that's Durrell, who's stacked up there. Good job by Jaden Hess, I believe, out there. Yes, it was Hess, the sophomore, making the stop. And it'll be definitely short of a 1st down. We'll see where exactly they mark him here. Looks like about the 43-yard line, so 4th and about 5 for Cornerstone. Durrell caught that in space, and the safety Hess came up and made a terrific open field tackle there. Now 4th down. Rubel takes a snap, rolling to his right, now throws, has a man caught by Black, and Black has a 1st down before a whole bunch of white jerseys swarm him at the 30-yard line. So good job there, Rubel, buying some time as he rolled out to his right, outside of the pocket, and found his slot receiver Black, who was virtually uncovered on that play. Rubel pitches this time for Baca. Baca on the left side making a miss, and now he's going to be hit hard by Justin Koenig and Blake Sewell. Brought down after a short gain. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 after the 3-yard pickup for Jacob Baca. 1:14 to play here, 1st quarter. Indians leading it 7-0 over Cornerstone. Cornerstone in a hurry-up type offense. Rubel takes the snap, has lots of time, throwing towards the end zone and over the head of Brandon Black. Pretty good defense out there that time by Connor Block, who's been pretty quiet here tonight, but running stride for stride there with the speedy Black. Now 3rd down and 7 for Cornerstone. Rubel stays in the game at quarterback. And here's a pitch play, trying to get to Baca. Baca stepped out of 1 tackle, and then he'll be brought down, and good extra effort there. Maybe picked up a yard on the play, but it'll bring up a 4th down, 4th and 5 coming up for Cornerstone. Good job there by the Indians defensively. Cornerstone right to the line of scrimmage. They're playing at a really quick tempo here. Rubel takes a snap, back to throw. Fires, and incomplete, looking for Ice, and that's a tough play there on 4th down, and another turnover for Cornerstone. I really should get a pen and start writing this stuff down. That's, I believe, 4 turnovers for Cornerstone if you include the turnover on downs in that stat, which it is technically. So a tough start offensively for Cornerstone. We have yet to see a punt for either team in the game, and the only score, a 2-yard quarterback sneak by Trace Whitehead. Speaking of Whitehead, here come the Indians offense. Whitehead turns, give to Monty Valiz. There's a flag on the play as Monty breaks into the open field after he's brought down. So as it stands, near a 1st down yardage there for Valiz, but we'll check on the flag, and my guess would be a hold here. And that is the call. And C.J. Lenhart, the senior, comes over to ask maybe for a second opinion there. I'm not sure. So the holding in high school football is a brutal penalty because it's a spot foul, happened in the backfield. So a loss of 15. It'll be 1st down and 25. Whitehead rolls out, looking to throw, fires, has a man caught, and turning upfield. Let's see who the receiver was there. Nice throw and catch, and it was C.J. Lenhart on the reception for the Indians. So good job there by Trace Whitehead getting his first completion of the game. And he gets the Indians back on schedule here. It'll be 2nd down and 8. when we start the second quarter. The first quarter has come to a close, and the Indians lead it 7-0 over the Bulldogs. We got an entertaining game here on GumStreetStudio.com. Yuma with the football as we get set to begin the second quarter. Line of scrimmage is the 27. As Yuma is backed up here. Indians have not had great field position at all tonight. But the defense has held Cornerstone on each of their drives in this game. And now looking at 2nd down and 8. Whitehead takes the snap, turn, give to Valiz. Monty cuts upfield, running at the 30. Monty dragging a defender, and it looks like he's got a Yuma first down. So a nice run there by the senior Monty Valiz. Valiz, a young man who wasn't sure he was going to play football. I mean, into August, he didn't know if he wanted to play. And then an injury. He came out, an injury happened to the starting running back, and Monty, who had never played running back, was put into that spot, and he has just had a terrific senior season, a young man who's joining the Army after he graduates. A good story there. Whitehead turns, gives to Rolly Cardona. The sophomore gets his first carry of the night, and 2 tough yards out near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 39. So Valiz and Cardona, a little bit of thunder and lightning, if you will. Monty's quick, but Rolly just another level. He is really a talented runner, just a sophomore, and probably will be the guy next season for the Indians, as he'll be a junior with a lot of experience here this year. Britt Unger, who is penciled to be the starter, will also be a senior next year, and no doubt Unger and Cardona will split carries. Whitehead takes the snap. Here's the screen pass set up for Connor Block, and Block is hit immediately, but darts forward for a gain of a couple, and that'll set up 3rd down and 6. Pretty good throw there by Trace Whitehead. That's not nearly as easy as it looks to throw that screen pass. The ball needs to get there really quick, and Whitehead will only get better at making throws like that as he gets older and stronger. So 3rd and a long 6, maybe 7 here for the Yuma Indians. Pistol formation, 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends. Valiz in the game at running back, and it's a direct snap to Justin Koenig. Koenig drags a defender out across the 45, but he's going to be short of the marker, and I think it would be only appropriate for the Indians to go for it on this 4th down. Neither team has punted yet this evening. I don't imagine the Indians will break the ice with the first punt on 4th down and 2 with the ball at the 45, and it looks like they will indeed line up to go for it. Koenig in at fullback next to Whitehead. Valiz the tailback. Whitehead takes a snap, gives to Monty Valiz. He's going to be hit, keeps his feet moving. He's got a first down near midfield, and a good run there by the senior Monty Valiz, who just didn't have a lot of room. I think everybody in the stadium knew it was going to number 2. But Monty just kept those feet moving and fights forward for a first down at midfield. So a good drive here the Indians have put together to start the second quarter. Remember, this drive started after a holding penalty, clear back at about the 15-yard line. And it's been nice and methodical, a lot of ground game here, and we're inside 10 minutes to play in the second quarter. Whitehead and Valiz in the backfield. Trace takes the snap, turns, gives to Valiz. Monty making a miss in the backfield. Now look out, Monty running at the 40, the 30, and he's going to be gone. Monty Valiz broke a tackle in the backfield and then sprints out for a Yuma touchdown. No flags on the field, and how about the play there by the senior, Monty Valiz. 13-0 Indians. 9:34 to play here, second quarter. And we talked quite a bit about it early. The Indians needed an effective ground game tonight, and the senior Valiz has delivered and then some for the Yuma Indians. Jaden Hess, a sophomore, with Trace Whitehead, another sophomore, out holding for him. Hess will attempt the extra point. High snap and look out. Hess will pick it up and look to maybe try and make a play. The ball is going to be fumbled and blown dead there. So the score remains 13-0. The Indians over the Bulldogs here in Westminster. We'll take a timeout on GumStreetStudio.com and the Colorado Preps Network. Welcome back to Westminster. Indians lead it 13-0. Cardona short kick here will be caught at the 30-yard line, and Bulldogs again will have excellent field position as Dante Martinez, a freshman, made the catch and return there for Cornerstone. So the Indians defense, who really has kind of been put in tough spots all night, will line up here at first down and 10, Bulldogs at the 45-yard line. Rubel in at quarterback. Again, same pistol formation, 4 wide receivers. Rubel takes the snap, back to throw. He's going to be flushed and brought down by C.J. Lenhart. Lenhart completely unblocked off the right side there, and Rubel just nowhere to go. And Lenhart, who's really kind of coming on here at the tail end of his senior year, spent a lot of time in the backfield as Sewell and Lenhart kind of taking turns rushing the passer there, and a good big play there. Second down and long. Rubel takes the snap, now fires, has a man. It's going to be caught short of midfield and brought down. That's 81. Nick Lubin on the catch. Host of Indians there to bring him down. It'll be third down and 5 after the completion. I think Rubel needed that one to get a little groove, and now he'll come out, and Ice will check in at quarterback for the Bulldogs. I'm not a big fan of a 2-quarterback system, but particularly not in the same series the way they've done it, but to each his own. 5 wide receivers for Evan Ice on third down and 5 right at midfield. Ice takes the snap, and this is going to be blown dead. Might be a false, or an offsides here against the Indians. They look like they got moving a little bit early towards the quarterback. Well, never mind. It was some movement up front for Cornerstone. So the 5-yard penalty marches Cornerstone back to the 45, and it'll be third down and 10. Ice will stay in at quarterback, it looks like, as the Indians line up defensively. 5 wide receivers, empty backfield. Ice takes a snap, looks, throws. They set up a little screen play, and that was well read by Justin Koenig, who brings down the receiver, Zach Shepard, right as he catches it. No gain on the play. They'll mark it at the 45, and it'll be fourth down and 10. Great play there by the linebacker. Obviously, anytime a team's going to spread it out with 5 wide receivers, it creates some different types of coverages for the defense. And Justin Koenig, a type of linebacker who can definitely get out there and run with most slot receivers like Shepard, and he was all over him as soon as he caught the ball. They mark it actually the 46. We'll call it 4th down and 9 for the Bulldogs. Rubel takes the snap. He's going to be flushed. Now looks to run, and he broke a tackle running to the 45. It's going to be a 1st down and a breakdown defensively there by the Yuma Indians. You got to make Rubel beat you with his arm there, not his legs, and they let him escape the pocket. He got through a couple of arm tackles there from the Yuma defense, and it's a 1st and 10 for Cornerstone at the 42-yard line. Rubel remains the quarterback, takes the snap, fires, and it's going to be picked off. Justin Koenig running at midfield. Koenig at the 40. It's a foot race running with the quarterback, Rubel, and now it'll be caught from behind by Evan Ice, the intended receiver on the play, and Justin Koenig with the 2nd interception of the ball game, and the Indians will have it deep in Bulldog territory here as they mark it at the 15. But now the referee's talking, and a flag has been thrown. We'll check this. I'm hoping it's during their return there. So block in the back during the turn, and actually pretty easy call there. C.J. Lenhart was running with the quarterback, Rubel, and pretty easy call. I saw C.J. do it, 2 hands in the back, but nevertheless, the Indians get the turnover and have the ball in Bulldog territory here. They'll start 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Turn, give to Monty Valiz. Monty cuts upfield, breaks the tackle, still on his feet at the 30, and then brought down. Nice gain on 1st down for Valiz. On the penalty, you hear the sarcastic backup beep from the crowd. They do the beep, beep for the Indians, but I don't know if it's appropriate after an interception and a return of 60 yards, but still pretty clever cheer, I suppose. 2nd down and about 6 now for the Indians. 6:12 to play here, 2nd quarter. Yuma leading by 2 scores over the Bulldogs here on senior night. Whitehead will go under center. Turn, and it's a play action. Trace throws, has a man. It's going to be caught, 1st down yardage. And it looks like Justin Koenig leaking out of the backfield there is the one that makes the grab, turns upfield and has a 1st down. So another throw that's a little tougher than it looks, throwing that sideline route. And Whitehead put it right on the money. Another completion and another Yuma 1st down. No doubt Trace had to have some jitters. His first varsity start here tonight. Threw a couple picks early, but he's really settled down, and Whitehead running this Yuma offense. Whitehead turns, gives to Rolly Cardona on 1st and 10. Cardona with a modest gain inside the 20. Gain of a yard on the play. 2nd down and 9 coming up. Yuma knocking on the door here. 5:20 to play before halftime. And obviously another score would be big here going into the locker room. A lot of time, though. Cornerstone has shown some ability to get out and make plays on the edge. So Indians certainly could help their cause by tacking on another score here. Whitehead takes the snap, turns, gives to Cardona, and Rowley broke a tackle there running inside the 10. He'll be brought down at about the 5-yard line. And Cardona, one of these kids, kind of has a nose for the goal line, and generally when he gets in that area, he will run over a defender if he needs to. That time a couple of Bulldogs collaborating on the stop, but Cardona has enough for a 1st down. So 1st and goal, Indians from the 5-yard line. Valiz checks back into the game. Connor Block split way to the, actually just out of your screen, and they'll give to Valiz. Flag on the play. No gain, and as it's blown dead there. And we'll check on the flag here. Looks like it'll probably back the Indians up. And we'll hear the beeps from the home crowd here. It is a false start. So they'll still have a 1st and goal, but they'll do it from the 10-yard line after the penalty. Holtorf on the near side, block the wide side of the formation. Whitehead will go under center. Valiz the lone setback. Here's a slant looking for Connor Block. Oh, and Block dropped it. And then he's hit, and that's going to be a flag. I think it's a pretty good call there. Block had missed the ball, took a couple of steps, and then was nailed. And I think that's kind of the definition of a defenseless player as the back judge throws the flag there. We'll see if that is the indication. But Connor looks to be okay as he jogs off the field.
After the play was over, personal foul on the defense. After distance, say that.
So personal foul won't give the Indians an automatic first down. I would assume it would, but it didn't. So second down, half the distance to the goal as they mark it off, and looked like a touchdown there for Connor Block. Instead, they'll turn, give to Valiz, and Monty is hit in the backfield hard. Nice play there by Christian Cannon, the junior defensive tackle who darts in there and makes the play on Valiz. So now the Indians stalling here in the red zone. They'll have 3rd and goal from about the, well, let's see, about the 8-yard line. Whitehead and Valiz talking here in the backfield. And Trace will bootleg, looking towards the end zone. He throws it at the feet of Justin Koenig. That was well defended there. Whitehead was under pressure from 66, Chris Lubin, one of the seniors on this Cornerstone team. Now 4th down and goal from the 8. And we'll see, they might let Jaden Hess attempt a field goal here, and that looks like that's what they'll do. Hess has plenty of leg, but he'll be kicking it from the right hash mark, so we'll see what the young sophomore has for us here. Whitehead kneels down to 14, so we'll call it a 24-yard field goal attempt for the sophomore Jaden Hess, and it's going to be blown dead. Actually, Yuma's going to take a timeout here, and perhaps Coach Burkholder changing his mind. We'll see if he wants to take a shot at the end zone instead. We'll take a quick timeout. Yuma leads 13-0 and threatening here in Westminster on GumStreetStudio.com. Back to the action. Hess will line up to attempt this extra point as soon as they blow the whistle here. So here we go. Whitehead will hold. High snap. Trace gets it down, and Hess has a field goal up, and it is good. A 24-yard attempt for the sophomore is up and in, and the Indians extend their lead now 16-0 over the Bulldogs. We'll take another timeout here on GumStreetStudio.com. Rolly Cardona out to kick for the Indians, another sophomore, and it's going to be an onside kick, bounces at the 40, and Indians a little late to the party there as the Bulldogs cover it up easily. So once again, terrific starting field position here for Cornerstone. I don't know the stat here, but Cornerstone's had great field position in each of their drives. I don't really remember them starting anywhere inside probably the 30 or 35-yard line. They'll have this drive starting at the 38. First down and 10, and it is Rubel, the junior quarterback, out there for the Bulldogs. Rubel takes the snap, has time, now throwing downfield, looking for Ice, wide open, and Ice just ran a seam route from the slot, and nobody's going to catch him. Just way too easy there, as he just ran by a couple of white jerseys, and a pretty easy throw for Rubel, but he put it right on the money, and Evan Ice has the Bulldogs on the board here with 3:31 to play here in the second quarter. Just like that, Yuma's lead cut to 10 as Cornerstone will attempt what I assume will be a two-point conversion here. They haven't shown me any reason to think they practice a kicking game, and they'll line up to go for two. Ice, the quarterback, might just call his own number here, and Ice takes it himself, and he's stacked up, and he will be stopped short of the goal line. I don't even think that play probably has a name. He just snaps it and runs. But the Indians stop it after the long touchdown pass, a 62-yard score from Rubel to Ice, and the Bulldogs are within 10. We'll take a timeout on GumStreetStudio.com. Cornerstone will line up here in a bunch formation. And they'll try an onside kick. It's popped up high, and the Indians are in trouble here. Somebody land on the ball. It's going to go out of bounds. I'm not sure if either team gained possession before it did. And it looks like they're going to mark it there, so it didn't go out of bounds. The Indians had possession. I believe it was 44 Koenig who jumped on it for Yuma. Yuma has had some real problems with covering the onside kick this year. And the Indians will have it. First down at 10. Whitehead will go under center. Turns, gives to Valiz, and Monty with another nice gain there, breaking tackles, and they'll finally waiting for a whistle there as he's stacked up by several defenders at the 35-yard line. 3:10 to play here. We'll see if the Indians speed it up at all on offense. Obviously just turning and handing the ball off. This clock will roll pretty quick here, but we'll see if Coach Burkholder wants to get a little bit more aggressive, running the 3-minute drill, if you will, here at the end of the first half. Whitehead back under center. Cardone in the game. Whitehead will throw, and it's going to be, should have been a pick six there. Koenig, Justin Koenig was the intended target, and he looked completely disinterested in the play, like he knew it wasn't going to him. Never looked back at the quarterback, and the linebacker, I believe that was Baca on the play, had an easy six the other way and just dropped it. Well, that would have changed the complexion of this game in a hurry, as Whitehead nearly just threw his third interception of the game. Instead, the Indians will live to tell about it here. A 3rd down and 3. Whitehead takes the snap, turn, give to Cardona. No room there. Cardona will be stopped for no gain. 4th down and 3, and we might see our first punt of the night here. I like the Indians' idea to throw there on 2nd down and 3, but kind of a dangerous play there. It leaves you a lot of work to do on 3rd down, and then 3rd down, you just try and go between the tackles and nothing available at all. So C.J. Linhart will come out for the Indians to punt it away. And the Indians with some personnel issues there. The punt team had lots of practice in the previous 3 or 4 weeks, but hadn't been out there at all yet tonight, and they need a timeout to make sure they're all in their right spots here. 2:10 to play scores from yesterday in the North Central League. Really no surprises as Ray cruised over Resurrection Christian. And probably the game of the year so far in the league, Wiggins and Holyoke. I didn't get to see it. I wouldn't mind seeing a tape on that one. Looked like a thriller as Wiggins outlasted the Dragons by a point. 34-33 was the final in that one. So Wiggins will finish second behind the Ray Eagles in the league. 4th down 3, the Indians will punt it away. C.J. Linhart stands at his 35-yard line, and the snap goes over his head. In fact, way over his head. Linhart picks it up and then tries to get a kick away, and Black will pick it up. It's a live ball and take it to the 20-yard line. So you could say that was a pretty ugly sequence there for the Indians. And with 2 minutes to play, Cornerstone with all the momentum in this football game, down by just 10, and they've got the football. 1st and 10 from the 20. And I can't believe I'm saying this about a 2-5 team, but it looked like the Indians maybe put the landing gear down a bit early there. It looked like they were kind of relaxed and thought they'd cruise into halftime, and now all of a sudden, Cornerstone knocking on the door. Rubel, the quarterback, ice in the slot on the near side. Here's a pitch play to Brandon Black, and Black is going to sidestep a tackle and be brought down. Pretty good job there by Hayden Holtorf coming up in run support. Didn't make the stop, but did turn Black back up field, and it'll be a gain of about 3. 2nd down and 7. Rubel takes the snap. The give to Black again. He's got all kinds of room this time. And a great open field tackle there by Rolly Cardona. And, you know, that's a play there. That won't show up in the stat sheet. It's just another tackle, but a tremendous play by the sophomore as he came up and made the hit there. No gain. That looked like 6 if Cardona doesn't make the tackle. 3rd down and 7. Rubel in the pistol. Turn. This time he'll keep it. Give to Ice, and Ice is going to be near the 1st down, brought down at about the 12-yard line. I think the football may have come out there. It did. It's going to be Yuma ball. Boy, I saw the reaction from the Yuma sideline, and then nothing on the field until finally the point came in from the official. So didn't see who caused that fumble or who jumped on it, but Ice coughed it up, and the Indians take over with 55 seconds to play here before halftime, deep in their own territory. Cornerstone has all their timeouts. I believe. I should probably update that on your screen here. Yuma's used at least one of theirs, so Indians will line up. The give is to Valiz on the left side, no gain. And I'm surprised Cornerstone elects not to take a timeout here. And the Indians will now take their time. I'm shocked, to be honest with you. 35 seconds. The clock is just running. Cornerstone, I think, probably had enough time there to make the Indians punt the football. So the Indians can kneel on it at this point. Whitehead in the pistol. Turn and give to Monty Valiz. Valiz trying to get the edge. Just take care of the ball here. And he'll be brought down at the 15-yard line. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that Cornerstone doesn't want to take a timeout. And the Indians just turn and walk off the field here as the clock winds down in the 1st half. So there you have it, 16-6. The Indians take a 10-point lead to the locker room. They'll have the football when we return for the 2nd half. Good game here. It's the only game in town, really, as far as high school football goes tonight. Appreciate you joining us here on the Colorado Preps Network and on gumstreetstudio.com. love your enthusiasm for your team. There's a reason I'm listening. That's when I appreciate you. So not everybody out east hates you guys after all. So I said, I'll be honest, I do not even know who this is. Must be an Eagle.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight it is our privilege to honor our senior athletes for the fall of 2012. We have 4 football players and 4 volleyball players we would like to honor at this time. First up, C.J. Holder. C.J.'s parents are Chris and Danny Holder. C.J. claims 2 Timothy 2:22 as his life verse. Now flee from youthful lusts and pursue righteousness, faith, love, and peace with those who call on the Lord from a pure heart. C.J. is homeschooled and has played football 3 years at CCA. In the future, C.J. is seeking God's specific direction on his life. He has a heart for children and sports and looks forward to wherever it is that God will lead him. Congratulations, C.J. Next up, Evan Ice. Evan's parents are Justin and Cheryl Ice. Evan has attended CCA for 1 year and played football at CCA for 3 years, serving as one of the team captains this year. Evan claims Colossians 3:23 is his life verse. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart as working for the Lord, not for men. Evan is undecided in his future plans. Congratulations, Evan. Chris Levy. Chris Luby's parents are Ted and Dawn Luby. This is Chris's second year at CCA and his first year playing football. Chris claims Exodus 15:2 as his life verse. The Lord is my strength and my song. He has become my salvation. He is my God, and I will praise him, my Father's God, and I will exalt him. Chris plans to study art at the University of Colorado in Denver this fall. Congratulations, Chris. Sam Nelson. Sam's mother is Julie Parsons, and his grandparents here tonight are Larry and Jody Parsons. Sam is ill tonight and not able to be with us. Sam has attended CCA for 4 years and played football for 3. Sam's favorite Bible verse is John 3:16. For God so loved the world that he gave his one and only Son, that whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life. Sam plans to attend college in the fall and feels God is calling him into ministry. Congratulations, Sam. Jasmine Busick. Jasmine's parents are Andrea Ariel and Wesley Busick. Jasmine has attended CCA for 2 years and played volleyball for 4. Jasmine claims Joshua 1:9 as her life verse. Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. In the fall, Jasmine plans on attending Metro State and plans to minor in business with an as-yet undecided major. Congratulations, Jasmine. Maria Morante. Maria's parents are Oscar and Millie McGuire. Maria has attended CCA for 5 years and has played volleyball for 4. Maria claims Jeremiah 29:11 as her life verse. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. Maria plans to attend college in Colorado and study liberal arts in the pursuit of a teaching degree. Congratulations, Maria. Ashton Powers. Ashton's parents are Jackie and Butch Powers. Ashton has attended CCA for 10 years and has been on the volleyball team for 2. Ashton's light verses are from Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. Ashton plans to attend Metro State in the fall and study psychology. Congratulations, Ashton. Alyssa Cisneros. Alyssa's parents are Megan and Grant Wells. Alyssa has attended CCA for 2 years and played volleyball for 4. Alyssa's life verse is Philippians 4:13. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. Alyssa plans on attending college in the fall to study criminal justice. Congratulations, Alyssa. Ladies and gentlemen, please join us in congratulating our CCA senior athletes for 2012.
I didn't see where they have like their throwing range and
Welcome back to Westminster. The Yuma Indians set to receive here as we begin play in the third quarter. Indians with a 16-6 advantage as we get set to begin the second half. Cornerstone lines up like they're trying an onside kick. And they do indeed. They've seen that on film, but it's caught a fair catch signal for, and that's Justin Koenig, pretty reliable out there. Makes the fair catch at the 34-yard line. Actually, the 36 is where they have it marked, and the Indians will take over first down and 10. So Trace Whitehead, in his first career start, threw a couple of picks early on, but really settled down and was a lot more efficient towards the end of the first half. And I think the big key for Trace here is just to play smart and not force anything in the second half. Indians sitting on a 10-point lead, should get a heavy dose of Monty Valiz, and Valiz gets the call on 1st and 10 and has a good gain out to the 40-yard line, a pickup of about 3.5 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Indians. We were talking during the break here in the press box, really a perfect opportunity for Whitehead to get his first start against a defense that's not exactly heating him up any. And it's been a good game plan as far as that goes, too. They haven't let him sit back in the pocket too much. And here's a flag on the play as Valiz has good yardage out across the 50 and a nice run by Monty Valiz, but I would assume this thing is coming back. They signal a first down initially, but the flag is laying clear back at the 39-yard line. So it looks like an illegal shift against the Indians. And a no-brainer for Cornerstone as they'll take the penalty there. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Yuma after they mark off the penalty. Connor Block, the wide receiver, on the bottom of your screen on the near side, and Blake Sewell to the top of your screen. And looks like Whitehead lost the snap there. The beanbag comes out. I believe Trace is back on top of it. He is. It'll be another loss of about a half yard, so 3rd down and long coming up for the Indians. Always a concern with a new quarterback or a new center, that exchange. And certainly they had most of a week in practice after they knew that Koenig would not be available. And now Whitehead will drop back, pistol formation, 2 wide receivers. Trace rolls out under pressure, avoids one would-be tackler, and then is brought down by Baca, who's pretty proud of that sack. He should be. A nice play there defensively for the Bulldogs, and 4th down and a mile for the Indians. And Whitehead, once again, as soon as he turned on the bootleg, just nowhere to go as Cornerstone really dials up the pressure there. Lenhart will punt. Now a low snap. The Indians have had all kinds of trouble snapping the football. Lenhart picks it up. He's going to be in big trouble here. He runs it out across the 5-yard line. All he can do. Good effort there really by C.J. Lenhart, but a horrible break, and the Bulldogs will take over offensively inside the 10-yard line. I have no idea where these issues with the long snapper have come from. That has not been an issue all year long for the Yuma Indians. And all of a sudden tonight, we had a high snap on an extra point, a high snap on a punt, and then that one just rolled between the legs of C.J. Lenhart. So a terrible break for the Indians here early in the third quarter. 9:57 to play, and Cornerstone 1st down and goal, trailing by just 10. Rubel, the quarterback, takes the snap, gives to Black. Black trying to get the edge, and pretty good pursuit out there by the Indians. Connor Block, the first one there for Yuma, and then a bunch of white jerseys flowing to the football. Gain of a yard or 2. It'll be 2nd down and goal from about the 6-yard line. This Yuma defense played much of the first half this way, being put in bad field position over and over, and for the most part, really did a terrific job of holding this Cornerstone offense. Now the more athletic quarterback, Ice, comes in, more of a threat to run. Ice takes a snap, and it's just a design quarterback draw. He's got a yard or two inside the 5-yard line. Fresquez and Murphy were in the backfield with him there, but Ice leans forward for a gain of a yard. Now 3rd down and goal, just inside the 5. Rubel back in at quarterback. Pretty fair to say that if Ice is in the game, he's probably going to run the ball. He's quite effective in that capacity. Ice now in the slot on the near side of the field. Rubel with Baca behind him in the backfield. Rubel straight drop, looking to the end zone, caught, touchdown, Brandon Black. So the short field turns into 6 right away for the Bulldogs. And things are tightening up here in Westminster. 16-12, our new score, as Cornerstone will come out and, I assume, attempt a 2-point conversion here. They're 0 for 1 on the day, going for 2. Ice will be the quarterback. No, check that. Rubel, the quarterback. Jacob Baca, the tailback. Rubel will turn. And on the counter play, he gave it. That's a nifty play. Ice was lined up in the slot on the near side, then motioned in the backfield at the snap, and it just turns into kind of a hybrid counter end-around play to Evan Ice, and he runs in. The 2-point conversion is good for the Bulldogs, and it is a 2-point game here in Westminster after the Indians some costly errors to begin things here in the 3rd quarter. We'll take a quick timeout on gumstreetstudio.com. (16-14). The Indians hanging on to a 2-point lead here as Cornerstone gets set to line up for the kick, and it looks like the onside kick is coming once again. Spencer Campbell will roll this one to midfield, and it is going to be covered up by the Indians, but didn't make it easy. And a completely different type of onside kick than they ran a bit ago as they tried to pop it up. So Indians do their job there, cover the ball up, and they'll have a 1st down and 10 with terrific field position at the 49-yard line. So, I don't know, I guess kind of a high-risk, high-reward philosophy there for Cornerstone, giving the Indians the ball here, and we'll see if the Yuma offense can make them pay for setting them up at midfield. Valiz, the tailback here, behind Whitehead. That's Justin Koenig, flanked to Trace's right, the fullback. Here's a snap, turn, the give to Monty Valiz, and Monty running at midfield, drags a defender out across the 45, and he's hit hard there. But a good gain by the senior on 1st down. It'll bring up a 2nd down and 4. When everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to give the ball to Monty Valiz, his job is that much harder, but he has certainly answered the bell here tonight, had a big game for the Yuma Indians. 2nd down and 4. Playbook wide open here for Coach Burkholder. Whitehead takes the snap, gives to Monty. Monty's got good yards, 1st down and more, as he's brought down right there at about the 40-yard line. So a good gain there by Valiz, and the Indians move the chains and into Bulldog territory at the 41, or about the 40-and-a-half-yard line, if you will. And no doubt Monty Valiz is probably going to set a career high for attempts here tonight. Connor Block comes in motion to the near side, and there's movement there for the Indians. The timing, just everything was a little off on that play. You put in a different quarterback with a little different cadence, and those things are bound to happen. So false start will back the Indians up. 1st down at 15 from the 45. They ran that play with some success where they actually did hand off to Connor Block in the first quarter. That time it looked like Block was probably the decoy and the play was going the other way. Instead, first down and 15. Indians line up. Whitehead will go under center. Valiz the lone setback. Snap the ball quickly. Trace back to throw. Throw has Block. Wide open. Connor catches it running at the 20. Loses the football out of bounds, but a big gain and quite a throw there by Trace Whitehead as he put it right on the hands of Connor Block, who got behind the defense. 44 C.J. Holder, a senior wearing a big pink cast, was out there in coverage on Block, and he did strip the ball away, but out of bounds, and they'll mark the Indians at the 10-yard line. And that, folks, is the best throw of Trace Whitehead's evening. A terrific pass to Connor Block for a big Yuma first down. First and goal here. Valiz in the game at tailback. They'll give it to Monty. Monty's got a hole running inside the 5, keeps his feet moving, and the whistle comes in there. They'll mark him right at the 5. It'll be second down and goal for the Indians. Nice gain there for Monty Valiz, who looks a little bit winded as he comes back to the huddle. Tons of time left here, 6:50 to play in the third quarter. They'll give it to Monty Valiz. Valiz lowers the shoulder, and he's in for the touchdown. Touchdown, Monty Valiz. And the Indians answer the call there. They get a short field on an onside kick attempt, but take it 51 yards for the score. Trace Whitehead, the sophomore quarterback, engineers a big scoring drive when the Indians' lead was cut to just 2. And now Jaden Hess will come out to attempt the extra point. Here's a better snap. Hold us down, and Hess's kick is low line drive, and it'll sail wide to the right. So Jaden Hess, who does have a 24-yard field goal on the day, can't convert on the extra point, but the Indians extend their lead now 22-14 over the Bulldogs. We'll take a timeout on gumstreetstudio.com. Welcome back to Adams 12 District Stadium. The Indians special teams having some issues tonight from a personnel standpoint. And you know it's trouble when the broadcaster feels compelled to make sure there's 11, count the bodies. It looks like the Indians do have 11 out there now. And the Indians will try an onside kick. And no problem there for the Bulldogs as Yuma maybe rolled it a little too hard. Dante Martinez catches it and puts together a return of about 3 yards. Bulldogs will start first down and 10 at the 45-yard line. So right now, neither team too scared of the other team's offense, and they're set each other up with terrific field position all night long. Bulldogs have it. Rubel, the quarterback, takes the snap, straight drop, looking downfield, fires, and it's going to be well behind his receiver who slipped. That was Michael Durrell, the intended receiver. Probably wasn't going to make it back to that throw, well behind the back shoulder there. So second down and 10 now for Cornerstone. Hard to pick up really any tendencies for this Cornerstone team offensively. They're pretty much throwing it all over the place on any down, and now they'll hand off to Black on second down, and he's got good yardage. Black making a miss, running at the 40, inside the 35. And Brandon Black, the junior running back there, made it look really easy over the left side of that Yuma defense. So a first down and 10 into Yuma territory. They'll mark him at the 33-yard line. Rubel stays in at quarterback. Ice in the slot on the short side of the field, the near side. High snap. Give is to Black. Black, all kinds of room on the right side, trying to get to the edge, and he nearly steps out of the tackle attempt by Hayden Holtorf, but Holtorf holds on. Still going to be first down yardage there for Cornerstone, and all of a sudden both offenses looking a lot more potent than they did early in the game. Cornerstone putting together a nice little drive here with 5:53 to play in the third quarter. A first down and 10 at the 22-yard line. I'm 100% sure Yuma does not want to get into a shootout with anybody. At this point, Ice has it. Ice fakes the handoff. He's going to be brought down for a big loss. That time, the Yuma defense all over the quarterback. Everybody was in the backfield. Great penetration up front for Yuma. I believe it was Chase Murphy, the first one there. Justin Koenig certainly in the mix as well, along with about 3 other white jerseys. Forward progress will have this one marked at about the 25-yard line, so second down and 12 coming up for the Bulldogs. Big series here defensively, in my opinion, for the Indians. Ice remains the quarterback. Ice looking to throw, turns, fires, has a man out there, and it's going to be incomplete, and a flag is thrown. And Monty Valiz turned around. Check that, it's Hayden Holtorf who's out there. Holtorf turned around surprised to see the flag. From our angle, certainly didn't look like much, but evidently some hands there or something. But that's a big flag there. It's going to put the Bulldogs in business here in the red zone. So twice we've seen a pass interference penalty on the near sideline here, and I haven't been completely sold on either one. That looked to me just like a drop as the receiver couldn't hang on to the ball. They'll set the chains down here. It'll be first down and goal just inside the 10-yard line. So the Yuma defense will have to step up here and make a play. Indians sitting on an 8-point lead right now, so in theory a one-score game here in Westminster. Ice takes the snap, and this play's going to be blown dead. Probably some movement that time from the Bulldogs up front. We'll see. And it is a false start. So back to Bulldogs up. They'll have a first and 15, or excuse me, a first and goal from the 15. With 4:52 to play here in the third quarter. The Indians turned it over in their first possession, and Cornerstone capitalized on a short field. Then Yuma put together a nice drive, and Cornerstone has answered. They're in the midst of a nice drive of their own here. First down and goal, 15-yard line. Ice takes the snap. Now he's running a design draw there, and he's going to be brought down after a short gain. It was Todd Fresquez who wrapped him up, and Todd Fresquez, a big fellow there on the speedy quarterback. That's a pretty nice play for an interior lineman, not only to locate him, but to wrap him up there and make the stop. So a big play. Was a gain of about 2 yards. It'll be second down and goal. And now Rubel back in at quarterback here. Ice goes back to the slot. Got to be aware of where number 3 is. Rubel takes a high snap. Inside handoff to Black. And Black bounces outside. It's going to be an easy touchdown. Somebody had a shot at him there in the backfield. I thought he was going to be brought down for a loss. Instead, Brandon Black jogs out for an easy score. It's 22-20 inside 4 minutes to play. And the Bulldogs are a 2-point conversion away here from tying this game up. The Indians were in complete control, leading 16-0 in the first half. But some costly mistakes and some shoddy tackling by the Indians. And we've got a whole new ball game here in Westminster. ice the quarterback. Turns, gives to Baca, and just nothing doing there. The Indians all over that play defensively. So 22-20 is our new score. 3:52 to play here in the third quarter. Don't go anywhere. The Indians are in a battle here at Westminster on gumstreetstudio.com. Well, welcome back. The Indians' lead has all but disappeared here. 22-20 our score with 3:52 to play. Connor Block stands at his 15-yard line here, but I'm not sure it's going to matter who's deep, as Cornerstone has been an onside kick every time, trying to get that turnover. And they'll run the ball. This isn't going to go 10 yards, so no problem there for the Indians. That ball went about 6 yards, and Cornerstone jumped on it. So the Indians will take over with even better field position than they've had previously. First down and 10 at the Bulldog 46-yard line. I'm not sure you could convince me that that's a good strategy to try the onside kick and give your opponent field position on your side of midfield in a 2-point ball game. I guess I just don't see that. First down and 10. We'll see if this Indians offense can respond once again. Monty Valiz in the game at tailback. Whitehead takes a snap, turns, gives to Valiz. Monty got good yardage there, crosses the 45, and then he's going to be brought down hard by a couple of defenders, but a gain of 3 for Valiz. It'll be second down and 7. No question, the Indians tonight have no problem gaining those ugly yards, as some coaches call them. The old 4 yards in a cloud of dust type of mentality tonight for the Yuma Indians. Second down and 7. Valiz stays in the game. Whitehead takes a snap. He'll bootleg out. Trace has plenty of room. Now sets, fires, has a man caught by C.J. Lenhart at the 30. And that was a dart, folks, by Trace Whitehead. The Yuma sophomore quarterback had time to throw. I like the idea of rolling him out there. Obviously, he's a little bit small to sit in the pocket all night, but set his feet there under pressure. He threw a strike to C.J. Lenhart. A terrific play for the Indians. First down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Now Whitehead goes under center. Valiz, the lone setback. And looks like movement up front as the flag comes in. This play will be blown dead. So the Indians really have had some penalty issues here tonight. And it's been particularly when they get into Cornerstone territory, they back themselves up. I don't know how many times we've seen first down and 15 tonight for the Yuma Indians. Maybe it just feels like they've had a lot of penalties because I'm hearing these fans beeping down here every time Yuma gets stepped off. So a first and 15. Whitehead under center. I formation now for the first time tonight. Play action. Here's the throw. Incomplete. He had Lenhart open for a moment, and it looks like Whitehead's throw just a little bit behind CJ, who couldn't get turned around quickly enough to make the catch. I love the call there, though, getting the tight end on a quick hitter out of the backfield. So now a second down and 15, and they're feeling a little bit better about Whitehead throwing the football now. They've attempted back-to-back passes. Now second and 15, you're becoming a little bit one-dimensional perhaps. 3 wide receivers for Trace on this play. Whitehead straight drop, double move. He throws sideline route. It's going to be caught, I believe. Nope, incomplete. And Sewell once again looked like he maybe just jumped a little bit early there, but the throw not quite on target from Trace Whitehead. And now what looked like a promising drive for the Indians starting to stall out a bit here. A 3rd and 15. And a big down for this Cornerstone defense for sure. If you're the Indians, probably 4-down territory here, so you don't have to get the whole 15 back here on 3rd down, but certainly want to get about half of it to give yourself a chance. Indians quickly to the line of scrimmage. Whitehead sets, and he's going to be hit. Ball comes out. Whitehead was just drilled in the backfield there. We'll see who's got the ball. Looks like Yuma will keep possession, but it's going to be 4th down and long. So 4th and about 25 here for the Indians. So I'm sure Yuma will just punt it away unless Coach Burke has another idea. Yuma hasn't got a punt off yet tonight because of 2 bad snaps. One over Lenhart's head, the other between his legs. And apparently Coach Burkholder doesn't want to watch that again, so the Indians will line up to go for it on 4th and long. Whitehead back to pass, looks downfield, has Sewell. Sewell catches it at the 30, and he'll be drug out of bounds. So definitely short of the 1st down yardage, but it'll back Cornerstone up a little bit as they'll take over 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. So give Whitehead some credit there. He took a big hit on 3rd down, but was able to hang in there and make a throw on 4th down. And Cornerstone will take over. 1:37 to play, 3rd quarter, a 2-point game. Evan Ice, the senior, in at quarterback, trips on the left side of the formation. Check that, I did it again. It's Rubel, the quarterback. They look exactly the same. Rubel looks to his right, has a man out there. It's Ice, and it's going to be caught for a big 1st down. You get the best athlete on the field in single coverage against Yuma's Hayden Holtorf, who is listed at 5'4", 120 pounds. And Ice just ran right by him and then is able to just out-muscle him for the ball. Connor Block, the safety, got there a little bit late to help over the top, and a huge gain for the Bulldogs. And it looks like a timeout is going to be called, and the Indians take this timeout. We'll take a break as well. Yuma Indian football on GumStreetStudio.com. Well, welcome back to District 12 Stadium here. 1st down and 10 from the 36 for Cornerstone. Rubel takes the snap, gives to Black. Black kind of dances in the backfield there, then darts forward for a gain of a yard out to the 35-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 9. Ricardo Moreno, senior linebacker, makes the stop for the Indians. Both these teams trying to avoid debasement in the North Central Conference. Got a pretty good game going. Rubel takes the snap, sets, fires downfield, and despite pass interference, it's going to be caught for a touchdown by Evan Ice, and the Bulldogs take a lead. Ice ran right by Rolly Cardona, who fell down. The flag comes in for, I believe, defensive pass interference, but it won't matter. Yep, so obviously they'll refuse that penalty, and Cornerstone takes a lead. The 1-6 Cornerstone Bulldogs leading the Yuma Indians here, 26-22, and they'll line up once again for a 2-point try. Cornerstone's one win on the season came against Netherlands in week 1. They've since lost 6 straight, but that losing streak may come to an end here as they have taken a 4-point lead here. Now a 2-point try. Rubel back to throw, fires toward the end zone, and Ice makes a one-handed grab. Wow, that's impressive. As Evan Ice makes the grab, 2-point conversion good. 28-22, Bulldogs with the lead. We'll take a break here on the Yuma Indian Network. So all the momentum in the game now belongs to Cornerstone Christian Academy as they get set to kick off once again. And the only kicks we've seen are about 4 variations of an onside kick, so everybody knows it's coming at this point. Campbell, the kicker, has them huddled up. Now he'll split 5 of his guys to the right side. And they'll kick this one deep into the corner. The Indians better hurry to cover this thing up. That's a great kick inside the 10. Connor Block picks it up. Connor gets a block, now hesitates, running out to the 20-yard line, stops, tries to cut up field, and a good return there by Connor Block after the best kickoff of the night. The Indians looked like they were in trouble as Connor picked it up inside the 10, but a pretty good return out to the 21-yard line. 36 seconds remain here in the third quarter, and this is just an enormous drive for the Yuma Indians. You can't abandon the game plan in the running game here, down just 6. We'll see what the Indians have. Monty Valiz, the tailback. Connor Block, the near side. Connor's been really quiet here tonight for the most part. Whitehead takes the snap, turns, gives to Valiz. Monty breaks the first tackle. Now Monty running off the left side has good yardage. It's going to be near a first down. And Monty gets up slowly. We'll see where they mark this thing. It is going to be a first down. You get the feeling that Cornerstone cannot consistently stop this Yuma running attack. Where Yuma's got themselves in trouble is a penalty or something will make it 1st and 15. They get off schedule in terms of down and distance. Certainly they had a few turnovers early, but second half, Monty Valiz is the ticket for the Indians. Here's Monty again on 1st down and 10, has good yardage. It's going to be a gain of 4 out to the 40-yard line. We have not seen much of Rolly Cardona at all in the ball game. Not sure what exactly the reason is, but he would be pretty fresh here in the fourth quarter. Clock shows zeros in the third. We'll take a timeout. 28-22. The Indians now on the comeback trail after Cornerstone has seized momentum. We'll take a timeout on GumStreetStudio.com, the Yuma Indian Network. Well, the biggest drive of the game thus far for the Yuma Indians, they now trail by 6 as we get set to begin the fourth quarter. 2nd down and about 6 yards to go here for the Yuma offense. Whitehead takes a snap, turn, give to Monty Valiz. Valiz is going to be stacked up after a gain of about a yard, and that's it. So 3rd down and 5 coming up here for Yuma. I mean, really, offensively, the Indians are in a tough spot here because there's no question they have to continue to give the ball to Monty Valiz and run the football. But on the flip side, you run the risk, as the Indians have here, of becoming completely one-dimensional, and Cornerstone really keying on Valiz. So now a 3rd and 4, a long 4 here for Yuma. Whitehead will go under center, I formation. Little confusion in the backfield. Whitehead rolls out, throws off his heels, and a lot of contact, but still making the catch is C.J. Lenhart, his 2nd catch of the game. That's an impressive grab by Lenhart in traffic, and there were blue jerseys all over him. You see the flag comes in there. So now the Indians will have a chance to wave off the defensive pass interference, I believe, here. Well, actually, they can take the result of the play or the penalty, whichever gives them more yards, I guess. It's going to be a 1st down either way. So the Indians will, Trace said, well, let's decline the penalty and pad my stats a little bit, so he gets the completion there. That was a really tough throw by Trace Whitehead, rolling to his left. Had to turn his shoulders around, but made a nice throw in traffic. C.J. Lenhart makes the grab. That's a big play in this game for the Yuma Indians. 1st down and 10 now from the 43-yard line. Again, they'll go pistol formation. Whitehead with Valiz, the tailback. Trace takes a low snap, turns, gives to Monty Valiz. Valiz breaks the tackle running inside the 30. Another Yuma 1st down, and there he is, the senior Monty Valiz, who's having a terrific night here for the Indians. And they have given him the ball so many times, just riding the senior Valiz, and no signs of wearing down yet. I think Rolly Cardona got 1 series in the first half, and other than that, it's been all number 2, and he's been terrific here for the Indians. I touched on in the first half, a kid who didn't even want to play football late into the summer has come out, and he's having the time of his life and really getting a lot done for the Indians. He'll get it again on 1st and 10, more patient this time, but he'll be brought down in the backfield. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage there. Looks like a short loss. Monty that time tried to wait for something to open up, and good job there by the blue jerseys up front, really closing on the ball. 2nd down and 10 coming up now for the Indians. So Yuma behind schedule here, as I talked about earlier. You don't want to find yourself in 2nd and 3rd and long. Whitehead under center, throws a slant, and it's going to be, well, it should have been picked off. That throw's just not there as Blake Sewell runs into the linebacker. And I'm telling you, that's Jacob Baca. I think he dropped one earlier in the game right in his hands. That would have been a huge turnover for Cornerstone if he could have held on. Instead, it'll be 3rd down and 10. Indians dodge a bullet there. Probably 4-down territory the way this game has gone for the Indians. 3rd down and 10. I formation for Whitehead. 2 tight ends in the game. Trace drops back, waits, now throws late, and it's going to be caught by Blake Sewell, who will be short of the chains, but Sewell does a great job of going down and just making sure of the catch there. We've seen a lot of drops in this game, not necessarily from Yuma, but that time Sewell does a very good job of going down and just being sure of the catch, and that gives you a 4th and 3 rather than 4th and 10. Boy, Trace Whitehead almost disappears in the pocket back there, but able to stand up and make a pretty good throw. Huge play here, 4th down and 3, pistol formation. Whitehead takes a snap, turns, gives to Valiz. Monty turns off the right side, spins out of a tackle, and he's got the 1st down. A gutsy call for Coach Burkholder on what I would call an identity-type play. And if you're going to be willing to run the ball on 4th down and 3, then you are establishing yourself as a running team. So I love the call there, and I love the execution by the Indians, who got great push up front and a great effort by Monty Valiz at the end of that run. 1st down and 10 now. Line of scrimmage the 17. Whitehead takes a snap. Same play. Gives to Valiz. Monty steps out of a tackle again, fighting inside the 15 down to the 10-yard line. Big gain of 1st down. So 2nd down and 3, and well, you'd like to see the Indians just keep handing it to number 2 here until he finds the goal line. Great push up front. This offensive line has had their struggles this season. They're very young as a whole, and they are starting to get a little bit of groove here in the second half on this drive. Same play again. They give it to Valiz, and Monty runs over a defender that time. We'll see where they mark it, very close to the sticks as he picks up a tough 2 yards. Looks like he's probably a yard short here. They'll give it a look. It is 3rd down and 1 coming up here for the Indians. Boy, Monty Valiz having a terrific game. And I'm saying it, folks. Both these teams have had their struggles. By no means a dominant defense we're facing, but for the Indians and where they're at, this is a big-time drive right here. 7:45 to play. Whitehead takes a low snap, gives to Monty. Valiz has the 1st down, still fighting inside the 5, and they'll mark him just short of the goal line. Actually, now I'm looking at the near side line judge. It looks like they'll mark him at about the 2-yard line, but another great run by Monty Valiz. And number 2 is going to deserve his own seat on the bus on the way home. He has to be getting close to 30, 35 carries tonight. It's been a load for Monty Valiz tonight. 1st down and goal. Another low snap. Give to Valiz. Fighting toward the goal line. Waiting for a signal. Touchdown! Touchdown, Monty Valiz. And the Indians have tied this game at 28 with 7:16 to play. And it was almost all Monty Valiz on that drive. An impressive showing by the senior tailback. And how about the youngster Trace Whitehead? When they needed a play, he stepped up and made a throw numerous times on that drive as well. Now Jaden Hess will come out, try and give the Indians a 4th quarter lead, 7:16 to play. There's a good snap, hold us down. The kick is going to be blocked and will remain tied here in this one. And they got great push. Boy, the floodgates open there in that Yuma offensive line. Everybody kind of looking at each other there as just about everybody in blue ran through and got to Hess. 28-28. Don't go anywhere. In fact, call your friends. Tell them to get on gumstreetstudio.com. We should have a great finish here from Westminster. Timeout on the home of Yuma Indian football. Well, the Indians have tied the game 28-28. And that score doesn't do this game justice. It shows how close it is, but this game has been a little bit wild here. And 28 looks like it's been kind of a run-of-the-mill football game. Not the case. Cardona will kick it for the Indians. Yuma will probably just try and kick it deep. No, check that. He's going to squib it. Ball is live. Rolls down at the 30-yard line. And Cornerstone will pick it up there. They'll mark him at the 31, 1st down and 10. I've come to the conclusion that neither team has any faith at all in their kick coverage units. Just doing whatever they can to kick the ball on the ground here tonight. So now this Yuma defense comes back out onto the field. This group was terrific. Outstanding in the first half. And Cornerstone coming out of the locker room has been equally as good on offense here in the second half. So now can the Yuma defense come up with a stop? Rubel, the quarterback, on 1st down and 10. Takes a snap, back to throw, fires looking for ice in single coverage, and it's going to be intercepted. Oh, and the flag comes out. There's a flag every time on that deep route. And if anything, I think ice probably interferes with block there. We'll see. Connor Block had inside position as ice kind of climbed his back. Connor made a terrific play deflecting the ball as batted up, and I think that was our Emilio Arvizo that came up with the pick. I think this is offensive PI. I really do. Unbelievable if that's on Connor Block. And they are talking about it now. Not sure what the conversation is. Unbelievable. Every deep ball tonight, there's been a flag out for pass interference, and that time Connor Block had great position, and the receiver Ice, who can do anything he chooses here tonight, just went right through Block. That's where all of the contact came on that play. So instead of a turnover, an interception the other way, it's a 15-yard penalty and a first down for the Bulldogs. That is a huge flag in this game. 7:01 to play, a tie game. Great defense by Connor Block. Rubel takes the snap. The offense now is simple. Just throw it up to number 3. Here's the give to Brandon Black. He's been their other terrific option in the second half, and Black's got good yardage near a first down. They'll mark him, looks like just short of what he needed there. Second down and less than a yard coming up. There's been really 2 guys involved in the offense in the second half for Cornerstone, and that's Evan Ice and Brandon Black, and the Indians have not been able to stop either one consistently at all here in the second. Second down and 1 in Yuma territory. The Bulldogs line up. Got to locate number 3 here. He's in the slot on the top side. Rubel takes the snap. Inside handoff to Black. Black steps out of a tackle. Then he's going to be brought down for a loss. Nice play there. Justin Koenig makes the tackle for the Yuma Indians. Loss on the play. It'll be third down and about 3 coming up. So no question, it's always 4-down territory for the Bulldogs. They don't kick at any time. But a big third down nonetheless here for the Yuma defense. See if they can heat Rubel up here. Probably a passing down for the Bulldogs. Rubel takes the snap, and it's going to be blown dead. And it looks like I haven't even seen a signal. He started marking off something against Cornerstone here. And it is going to be another false start. We've seen a lot of false starts called on both squads really here tonight. It's a big penalty. It'll make it third down and 8. So now the Yuma defense with a big play here. And the biggest series of the game. 5:20 to play. Clock is running. Rubel, the quarterback. Rubel takes the snap. Here's that little counter play again. The pitch to Ice. Ice trying to get the outside. He does for a moment. Brought down by Cardona, but another first down. This Cornerstone offense has about 8 plays, and they run them pretty effectively, and the Indians just have not quite yet figured out that little end around of the slot receiver. It is a pretty nice design on that play, but somebody's got to stay home on the backside and make that play for Yuma. First down and 10, Cornerstone. Huge play. Inside 5 minutes now. They stopped the clock there to switch footballs, and now the clock will run. 4:55 to play. Rubel takes the snap, straight drop, looking downfield, fires, looking for Ice, and Connor Block makes a terrific play. No flags out there, lots of room between them, and Connor Block nearly came up with the pick. That's the matchup you want if you're a Yuma fan. Anytime you see Evan Ice, who's been terrific tonight, anytime you see Ice running down the field, you want number 20 in white running with him. Block, by far, the Indians' best guy out in coverage. So an incomplete pass on first down gives Cornerstone a 2nd and 10. That's not to say someone like Rolly Cardona can't run with Evan Ice, but it's just a little bit different ball skills with Connor Block. Rubel, the quarterback, turns, hands to Black. Black steps out of a tackle, making a miss. Boy, the Indians just cannot bring 22 down, and he's got another good gain out to the 35-yard line. It'll be third down and a much more manageable 3 yards to go here for the Bulldogs. Clock becoming a bit of an issue here for Yuma. This is a lengthy drive now for Cornerstone. Clock at 4:15 in a game where it kind of feels like you just want to be the team to have the ball last. After kind of a defensive battle early on, both offenses really with a lot of rhythm here in the second half. We'll see. Third down and 3. Ice, the quarterback. He'll keep it himself. Evades a tackler, and it's going to be brought down for a loss. Big play there by the Yuma defense. The ball came out, but they're going to say apparently this time. Still with us here. A little bit of technical difficulty here with the internet here locally. So Ice will come out of the game for me. I'm trying to locate here. They're detained there. And in the meantime, Cornerstone will take a timeout. .com. Welcome back. Apologize if you're having some trouble with your picture. Big play here. This is the game in about 6. Rubel, the quarterback. It's going to be a first down there. Big throw on fourth down, the biggest play of the game. And they come up with the yards they needed, and then yard line. Ice formation. Turn, handoff to Baca. He's got good yardage straight up the middle. Down. Apologize if the picture not perfect here. Probably just an issue with the internet here at the stadium. Cornerstone. Bulldogs on what looks like it could be the decisive drive in this game. They're kind of a wild snap to give us a modest gain there, but it might be a 15-yard line. A Cornerstone first down. Down and 10 for Cornerstone. Rubel, the quarterback. Rubel takes a high snap, pitch play to Baca. Got a good block out on the edge, and he stumbles forward. Rolly Cardona will get credit for the tackle there as he went low on Jacob Baca, who dove forward, gain of about 4 yards. I mentioned the clock was becoming a factor earlier. Now the clock at 1:33 and running. Seems like an appropriate time to mention. Well, no, it's not. I'll wait. I don't want to say it. 1:20 to play here in the game. Second down and 6. Rubel takes the snap, sets, has lots of time, throws toward the end zone. It's going to be incomplete. Great defense out there by Jaden Hess. Blake Sewell also right there, and the Indians were so close to having a pick in the red zone. Terrific job defensively. Now third down and long. And it looks like Evan Ice, a difference maker all night long, the senior for Cornerstone, and Ice will come into the game. This is good stuff, folks. 1:09 to play, all tied up here. Now a third down and a long 5. I'm calling it 3rd and 6 for Cornerstone. The line of scrimmage just outside. Rubel, the quarterback, same formation we've seen all night. Ice in the slot, left side. Here's the pitch play. The throw to Baca. Tries to string it to the edge, does for a moment, and he's going to have another first down. Unbelievable. This Yuma defense in perfect position there, but they just get outrun to the edge as Jacob Baca makes a huge play there. Now first down and goal inside the 5-yard line with a minute to play here in the fourth quarter. What a huge play, boy, and you just see the speed just not there for the Yuma Indians, like 3 white jerseys out on the edge, and Jacob Baca just won a foot race in the game. First down and goal. About 3 yards to go. Rubel takes a snap, fakes the pitch, scores. They've ran that play too many times here tonight for it to look that easy on first down and goal, and Cornerstone takes a 6-point lead with 55 seconds on the clock. Here again, I apologize for down the stretch here on the broadcast. 2-point on Gum Street. Well, 55 seconds to play in the game, 34 to Cornerstone takes a late lead. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Y'all, the big play there was no question the Woodman interception with a flag that I'm still not real thrilled about. They kept that drive a miracle here. Cornerstone will try and again, somebody explain this to me, why you would give Yuma such a short field with a 6-point lead and 55 seconds left. Kick, why not kick that deep and make Yuma, I don't know. Obviously these guys much greater football minds than I am. So the Indians take over, 1st and 10. They need 62 yards from the quarterback, Trace Whitehead, and this Yuma offense. Rolly Cardona in the game at slot. 4 wide receivers, pistol formation. Valiz the tailback. Whitehead takes the snap, looks downfield, and it's going to be nearly picked off. And I'm telling you, if Jacob Baca could catch, this guy would have 3 or 4 interceptions in the game. If you're with us, I apologize. We've had a few technical difficulties. We think it's just maybe a little bit too much traffic right now on the broadcast, but if you're on, just hang with us if you can hear me. So 2nd down and 10, dangerous throw on 1st down. 50 seconds left in the ball game. Whitehead picks that snap up off the ground, sit and runs, lost as he turned upfield. That's going to be it on a few times, and and the clock runs here inside 30 seconds to play. Rubel takes another knee, and I think that's going to do it. So give a lot of credit to Cornerstone. They looked like they were in big trouble there, 16-0. Next pulling the celebration. They take a timeout here as Coach Rice wants to come out and 22nd tonight. Got a great effort from Monty Valiz, but just a lot of mistakes that have kind of plagued this young team throughout the season. Those mistakes, and it's 3 pass interference penalties that were just huge in this game when Cornerstone's only offense for a while became just heaving the ball downfield and hoping for a flag, and it really worked for them on several occasions when the Yuma defenders looked to be in pretty good position. And I wouldn't bring that up if it weren't for the fact that one of those plays I'm referring to was a terrific interception, extraordinary effort by Connor Block, who popped it up to Emilio Arvizo. Would have completely changed the complexion of the game, but instead the call was defensive pass interference. Huge play in the game. And this will be it. Rubel takes the snap, and now he's running in the backfield for some reason here. That makes it 4th down. So now Cornerstone will have to decide what they want to do. Yuma trying to get the ball back one more time. We'll see if Cornerstone wants to punt it away. Strategy there by the Indians. 18 seconds on the clock. If Cornerstone say were to kneel on it here, the clock would stop. So Cornerstone, who evidently doesn't, will be forced to punt the football at this point, or else run some sort of an 18-second play, which probably isn't likely. So the Indians may get one here. 18.8 seconds on the clock. 4th down and 23, although the distance really of no consequence at this point. For the Indians, you just have to make, and they're just going to snap this and run around in the backfield. This is dangerous stuff here for the Bulldogs. And Ice will just try a quick kick. That's a good play there. And it'll roll down. And Cornerstone will down it all the way back at the 16-yard line. So it couldn't have been done any better for Evan Ice. And if anybody here is in questioning who the best player on the field was tonight, that's a pretty easy one. It was number 3 for the Bulldogs. It was just terrific here in this game. Did a little bit of everything for Cornerstone. No question, the Indians missed Jaden Koenig a lot here tonight, but this loss certainly you cannot pin on the backup quarterback, Trace Whitehead, who I thought really battled tonight for the Yuma Indians. So 7 seconds, desperation time. We'll see it here. You need 84 yards in 7 seconds. Whitehead in the pistol, Valiz behind him, and something like a draw play might be your best bet here. And we're going to get another timeout. Wow, this time Cornerstone takes a timeout. The game that wouldn't end. 7.7 seconds left. And the Cornerstone coaches are going to make sure the defensive players know just nobody behind you here. As the Indians, probably their only hope will be like a hook and ladder with some extra laterals thrown in. Crazy things happen all the time in high school football, but this is asking an awful lot. Holder told him just to play till the play is blown dead here. You just got to keep the ball alive. The Indians will have 3 wide receivers to the right side here. And actually Justin Koenig will take the snap. Probably has a little stronger arm. Whitehead split to the near side. So Koenig will heave it downfield, and it'll be picked off. Tackle made by Blake Sewell, and I think the clock will run out there. Probably should have stopped, but there would be no reason for the clock to stop there. It shows zeros here, and I believe that is the ball game. That's the final. Cornerstone Christian wins it, 34. Update the score on the screen there. We've had technical difficulties here at the end of the game, but we'd sure appreciate you joining us here on Colorado Preps Network and GumStreetStudio.com. Indians fall to 2-6 on the season. A very disappointing loss on the road here tonight. That's it from Westminster. Appreciate you being with us on GumStreetStudio.com.
Positioned around the stadium as you leave tonight. Thank you.